Oh, hi, gang. Ben Kawa here, and it's the wellness discussion about relationships and how relationships can affect your wellness. And in our first video, we talked about the external layer of relationships, and those are basically just taking stock and looking at the relationships you have, the people that come into your life, and the characteristics, the nature of the relationships you have with them. They make up a part of your wellness, and just taking stock and just taking stock of those relationships. That's the external part of the relationship layer. In this layer, it's internal, and we're going to talk about the biggest relationship you're ever going to have, the most long-lasting relationship you're ever going to have, and the most important relationship you're ever going to have, and that is relationship with you. So, what is your relationship with you? Do you like you? What is the relationship with you? Do you love yourself unconditionally? If you have children, do you love yourself as unconditionally as you do with your children or your pet? Do you have a positive sense of self? And what can you do right now to love and have more compassion for yourself? So that whole notion of loving yourself unconditionally. Self-love. There's a lot of talk about self-love. And self-love is not a bunch of feel-good activities strung together. The manicure, the trips, the spas, the massages. That's not self-love. Those are activities. Self-love is a feeling. Self-love is a feeling. It's more than a series. Think of it this way. Self-love is a feeling more than a series of actions. Okay? How do you treat yourself as a person? Do you beat yourself up when there's mistakes made? Do you work way past exhaustion? Do you really not care about food that you're taking in or lack of exercise? Self-love is really honoring yourselves. You're honoring your mind, your body, your soul, being unconditional in that love. I matter, and I'm way more than good enough, okay? And maybe some ways to be more in touch with how you're feeling about yourself. It comes back to journaling. And before I took this course, I never journaled, but journaling pops up in about so many elements in wellness that it forced me to journal. Anyways, journaling, just how you feeling? If nothing more than the day's over, hey, this is a 7 to 10 day. A little, maybe one sentence on why was it 7? Why was it 3? So just being in touch with your feelings. Perhaps writing down those activities that do put you in a positive frame of mind, okay? That will enable you to have a better relationship with yourself. So what are those activities? Are you doing enough of them? And in terms of relationships, number 3, in terms of little tips for some self-love, what kind of relationships do you have in your life? And really make a conscious effort to put those that are positive. Hang with people that are positive and are at least real, as opposed to negative. Okay, real or positive. Hang with reals and positives. Okay, and small doses of the others. 4, are you living in the past? This is a tough one. Okay, are you living in the past, and are you really laboring over mistakes that you made? A few things, and I cannot play shrink on this, and I dare not even try. But how are those feelings serving you today? What purpose are they having these feelings, these awful feelings? If you're down and out about these mistakes you made in the past, how are they serving you today? Or are you looking at them perhaps as, hey, these have enabled me to put me in exactly the right spot that I'm in today to do something about it. The learnings I've made from these mistakes. My point is here, don't beat yourself up over past mistakes. Have an honest look at it. Maybe you've got some friends that you can talk to about them. And this is a great spot, if you're stuck, to seek professional help, okay? If that past is haunting you. And maybe a fifth way of aiding in the self-love is setting intentions. Those small things that put you in small steps that can make you move forward and feel better about yourself, okay? So setting intentions on a daily basis. So that takes care of the internal layer of relationships, that one with yourself, self-care, self-love. Biggest, best relationship you're going to have. Stays with you, start at the beginning and ends at the end. So the last layer of relationships is symbolic. Community. We're talking about community here. Community. Common. Unity. That's the derivative of the word. There is a direct relationship between our connection to community and our well-being. direct relationship. What is your community and why? What communities are you part of and why? What is your connection to it? Do you feel part of a greater whole? How do you share yourself in these communities? How do you share yourself as a citizen of this world? And what is your community relationship? You may know community is important and creating connection to it can be challenging. And man, oh man, technology, has it helped or hurt? Yeah, the answer is both. It's helped and hurt. By pressing like on Facebook is not a connection, I think, to a person or an idea. But it does let the other person know you're still breathing, I guess. Technology, has it helped or hurt relationships? I guess online can be great, but nothing can replace the in-person and real face-to-face interaction. What has it done to community? What is it doing to community? Certainly paid a huge toll to community. So community connection, what is your purpose in joining communities? What's your goal to be a part of a community? What format would you like in communities? Virtual, in person? How often do you want to connect? Our sense of belonging is a part of our human nature, and community nurtures our sense of belonging. Community, boy, what a great way to kind of end this topic about relationships and the third layer, community, because we are TMG. We're a wonderful community, and there can be all sorts of subset and sub-communities within the community. But hey, TMG, stay well, stay happy, and stay community. Bye for now.